guys, here we are in the shop with our 8 by 3 foot brooder. As you can tell, even from where I am sitting, it has 2 openings at the top so that we could separate it into 2 parts, which I'm just about to show you. But before I get it in, I also want to show you our setup of how we hang our light. You can probably see that we have one heat lamp on this side, and then our other heat lamp is set up much lower. We actually bought these beautiful things. My mother bought them for our wedding, and I'm sure she probably never thought that they would end up in our garage holding chick lights, but here we are. You might have already noticed our ginormous rooster that we've got going on in the shop. My sweet husband actually bought this for me for my birthday, and he's gonna go out by our road so that you can definitely notice us from the road. We just need to dig a big hole, and we're gonna set him in concrete because for some reason that's not a project that we've gotten to yet. So obviously a requirement for your brooder is some kind of heat lamps. There are many different kinds. There are things that you can actually put in your brooder to keep them warm that they can get under and things. I think this is the best buy for the money. They need different levels of heat during those first few weeks as chicks, and so here we have different levels that we can hang our light from, and that works really well. The other thing you're gonna need to maintain that heat is you're gonna have to put a thermometer in the bottom of your brooder so that you can keep up with that. This is just a kitchen thermometer because our ones that have probes quit working. We need to get new ones or fix them. I don't know what's wrong with them. But I would highly suggest the probes just so that you don't actually have to come out here and check. By the way, this side of our brooder is empty because we are just about to unbox some chicks that we got in the mail. So on the other side, these little crazy things have been cheeping and going nuts over here because they get bigger by the day. So as you can tell, as they get a little bit older, we put in a bigger feed container because they need to be in here for the first 4 weeks at least. We usually leave them in because it's getting a little bit cooler outside, probably about 6 weeks. And so, just to tell you really fast, these actually are some chicks that we ordered from Better With Time, and they are breast chickens. And if you look very closely, you can tell that they already are beginning to have the blue feet. Guys, I'm so excited. And then of course the others are just some of our buff Orpingtons that we hatched out from our own breeding stock. So, really big tip, as your chicks get older, I like to put their food and water on a riser because, as you can imagine, with all the kicking and the running around that you've watched in the last couple minutes, they really do mess up their food and water very quickly. So what we like to do is put them up on this riser, they hop up there, they eat, they hop back down. So they need spaces in their area to get away from the heat. So we would never, for example, split this brooder again this way, down this way, okay? We would never split it vertically, if you will. We would split it horizontally because they need space to get in the heat and then be able to get out of it. Otherwise, they could overheat. Chicks are pretty good at regulating their own body temperature. If they need more warmth, they'll come closer to the light. If they need to get away from it, they'll move over there, but they need to have those options. Another thing that you're gonna need to do that we learned, of course, after we started doing this brooder has a wooden bottom, right? Which you have to have. I mean, we wouldn't wanna just like build this on top of the concrete. It'd be really cold. It would not be good, but it means that occasionally this water gets knocked over or they leak or something like that happens, and it was slowly ruining the bottom of our brooder, and we didn't want it to rot out really fast. So this is actually just, you can't even see it, but this right here is the lid to a container that I wasn't needing a lid for, and so these were just extra. and I put them underneath their food and their water, and that really does help. You do need to put shavings on top of it though, because when chicks are born, you don't want them sliding around and getting splayed out legs. All right, that's basically it, guys. Those are the key tips I can give you. If anybody has not heard of breast chickens, they are the fancy French meat chicken that is also, turns out, a really great egg layer. So they're kind of the best of both worlds, but they happen to be the absolute best meat chicken that I know of. So we are pretty excited.